Hello everyone, welcome back to the I Love Sarees YouTube channel. This is Iman.
This is Akshay here.
And today we are going to tell you how to take care of your handloom sarees for a long time.
Before getting into the video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
As we discussed in the previous video, that it takes a long time to produce even one handloom saree, and handloom sarees tend to have a higher price range. Do you want to extend the life of your favorite handloom saree?
We are here to share you few tips on how to maintain your handloom saree for a lifetime. Washing? What's so special about it, Iman? We all do it every day, right?
Yeah, but it's a handloom saree. You have to take care of it in a different way.
Okay,
So step 1 would be soaking the saree in some salt water for a while before you wash it with detergent. Salt water actually helps the saree color to stay intact.
okay.
Yeah, but again, you can't leave it on for a long time. Like, you can't leave it on for more than 2 to 3 hours because after that it might
Start discoloring. Oh, okay. So soaking it for more than 2 to 3 hours might remove the color.
Yes.
Yeah.
After the salt water therapy is done, you have to wash the saree at least 2 to 3 times in cold water to make sure all the salt water is out.
Yeah.
And then you put the saree in a very mild detergent. Very mild. And you soak the saree again for half an hour or so that if there are any stains or any dirt, it will go off. Once the washing is done, try not to wring the saree at all because it will leave creases and those creases will form and it won't go easily. Especially this happens in case of tissue sarees. Cotton sarees are fine, but tissue if you wring it, those wrinkles will stay forever. Absolutely don't use cloth brushes on handloom sarees at all. It will definitely ruin the fabric. The fabric is very delicate.
Yeah.
So brushes are extremely coarse. It will take off the weave.
Yeah.
So don't use brush at all. Also remember to never use hot water for washing handloom sarees because that hot temperature will definitely damage the fabric. So always use cold water to wash handloom saree. So these are the few small tips that I shared that you can use to, make sure that your handloom sarees have a greater lifetime.
Yes. So I also want to share few tips
Sure.
on how to remove stains from handloom saree. If you've already gotten some stains on your handloom saree, so I'll be sharing few tips on how to remove those stains.
So Akshay, you wouldn't believe, I stained my white saree with a red lipstick the other day. What do I do about that?
That must be so frustrating.
It is.
I understand you. So see, if you have got any curry or lipstick stains on your handloom saree, so this is what you can do. So first, try to apply a little bit of water on the stain in the front and see. For example, if you have got the stain here, just apply the water on it on the front side and back side of the fabric. And then apply toothpaste and wait it for 2 to 3 days for it to get completely dried out. And after that, wash your saree. So this will help the stains to completely go away and your handloom saree will be out of stains.
That was really insightful. But what do we do if it's an oil stain?
Okay, in case of oil stain, I suggest you to take a talcum powder and apply where the oil has been there. So apply and rub it and then wait it for 2 to 3 minutes and then wash it with the cold water. So this will remove the oil stain completely. For any other stains, a mixture of baking soda and vinegar works the best. But we suggest you to go for a professional cleaning method so that it doesn't damage any of your saree fabric. For any stubborn stains, always prefer dry cleaning method that would suit the best. So I think we've already shared the most important step in making.
Yeah, the washing part is the most important part, but
The next one is obviously the drying one. So what's new in it?
so actually drying a handloom saree also has a few steps.
Really?
Yeah, let me walk you through it. The first thing you need to look out is to dry the handloom saree in a shade. Never dry it in direct sunlight. It will definitely damage the color of the fabric.
So we should never do it.
Never. And also, it's preferable you put the wrong side of the fabric to dry.
Okay.
So that
The other side of the
even if the sunlight falls, it wouldn't affect the color of the fabric.
Okay.
While drying, make sure the saree is uniform without any creases. And it should be hung down like this.
Okay.
Yeah, try to keep as less folds as possible, because those wet folds, it will create permanent folds in the sari.
Yes.
Then you have to iron it again. So to prevent that, hang it straight
If we
down.
do this, I think we can avoid the ironing step, right?
Actually, for cotton saris, you can totally avoid it.
Yeah.
So it is very important to wash and dry handloom saris separately. That's because for handloom saris, most of them use natural dyes. So natural dyes have a tendency to bleed more. So if you blend this handloom saris with other garments, the color might bleed, ruining the other fabrics, and even other garments might be like color bleeding, and it might ruin the sari.
Yes.
So always wash and dry it separately.
Okay, so using detergents to wash the saris is fine. But I've heard about starching the saris. What is that concept called?
So starching is actually an old concept. I have seen my mother use it.
Okay.
So what they do is they cooked rice water.
Okay.
They will put the sari in the cooked rice water and soak it for like 5-10 minutes. What it happens is once you soak it in that and you dry it, so what happens is that gives you a structure in the fabric.
Okay.
But nowadays people don't use it because people don't usually prefer wearing structured saris as much as nowadays. But then then they used to love it. So starching is actually a very interesting concept, and it actually, it helps the fabric gain some strength.
Okay.
Actually, the rice protein, it helps the fabric to gain some strength.
Okay.
So starching used to be a very important process before. Now we don't see it as often.
So if you want to do that, we can also use that method now, right?
Yeah, we can definitely use it. So next part is ironing, right? I never iron my saris at home. It's just too tedious. I always send it to my iron wala uncle. So do you have any tips for that?
Yeah, it's actually a easy one to follow. See, what you have to do is before ironing the fabric, you just have to heat the iron in a medium to low range. See, like we discussed in washing, like you said, that washing it in with high hot water will definitely similar to that.
Yeah, higher temperatures will definitely ruin the fabric.
Yeah,
yes.
the same follows to this also. So just heat the iron in low to medium range so that the sari fabric doesn't get damaged. So use an ironing board. If you don't have an ironing board, just place it on a cotton cloth before pressing. So this will prevent your sari fabric without getting damaged. Okay. So I think we've already covered all the steps. So what do you think is left?
Storing a handloom sari is actually, it comes with a lot of steps again. So I'll tell you a few steps how you can store your handloom sari so that it doesn't get damaged in your wardrobe. So before storing, make sure your sari is completely moisture free. Like make sure it's completely dry, it's well ironed, and it's moisture free, because moisture, if you store it like that with moisture, it will definitely, the weave will get loosened up and the sari will, eventually get damaged. Avoid metal hangers completely. Do not hang your saris on metal hangers, because there is a risk of, transferring unnecessary rust to the fabric. We don't want that. Rather, this is the bag from I Love Saris that we give. Yes. I love it personally. And storing saris in a cotton bag, make sure that, the fabric needs to be, it's also breathable, right? So, it's not like it's moisture lock or air lock. So, storing it in an organic fabric bag, it's the best option for your sari. Occasionally open your sari and change the folds of the sari, especially if it's a silk sari. There is what happened to me one time. So it was my mom's sari. She didn't open the sari for a long time. Okay, it was a pure silk sari. And one time I opened it and I saw a moth actually eating from the it was eating the silk fiber. So it is very important to open the sari and see it, change the folds occasionally so that it's fine. And you have to also, for silk saris, it's like you have to open the sari and dry it from time to time. Also, you do not need to wash your sari every time you wear it.
Oh.
Because, it's like jeans. You wash
Yes,
it
yes,
after multiple uses. You can open and air dry it, but it's not necessary to wash a sari over and over again. So wash it after only multiple uses. Make sure you store your saris in an airy cabinet because humidity will definitely damage the fabric in the long run. And like I said, use cotton bags to make sure that the sari is getting enough air. It definitely needs that, it's organic.
Yeah.
So
So I think like one of the biggest perks in our brand is like we do provide cotton bags.
yeah, I guess we have covered whatever we wanted to cover in the video.
Yes.
But if you have any other questions, please do let us know. We are open to taking all new suggestions and new ideas. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, please subscribe.